The goal of Orlando City Soccer Club is to provide young soccer players with the best opportunity to improve their soccer skills and evolve into more mature soccer players. To accomplish this goal, the club must have well-conditioned fields for the players to practice on. In recent months, the club has received complaints regarding the quality of their fields. This issue caused Orlando City Soccer Club to invest in a field renovations project aimed to improve the quality of the soccer fields used to coach youth soccer teams. The project involved establishing a new irrigation system at the club fields designed to facilitate better grass growth.
We started actually in March. If you think about the entire complex, two things have happened. One is the wells from which the irrigation serviced have been repaired. So now the wells have better flow, better pressure being given to the irrigation system. The second part to that is the irrigation system itself on the fields. When we did a survey of this complex, we determined that these pipes that were being laid in here were residential pipes. They were breaking constantly. The pressure from the well was too much, and so we knew that we had to redo the irrigation project itself. So the work on the fields itself are from the wells. The pipes and the trenched pipes are being laid out, and then new sprinkler systems on the field itself to give more water coverage and grow more grass.
They're being renovated for several reasons. First, the irrigation system that we have in the ground presently is anywhere from 15 to 20 years old. Unfortunately, when this club was originally founded, it was founded by volunteers, and a lot of the work was done by volunteers. Some of the work was done very well, and some of the work was done less than subpar. So the first reason we're doing it is to get the irrigation to where it needs to be in order for us to be able to grow good grass. Second is a safety reason. When you have bad irrigation, it causes hazards in the field that are not only dangerous for our players, but they're dangerous for our spectators that come and watch. So there are multiple reasons. We could go on probably for another 30 minutes talking about some of the benefits of why we're doing it. This particular project that we're doing right now for our club, I would say the biggest thing the community would like to know or should know is that it's the main purpose is for safety. That's the main purpose. Now you can argue that with coaches and whatnot. They'll talk about aesthetics, they'll talk about technical reasons why fields need to be better. But for us, our main focus is safety for our membership, our customers, our clients, what have you. After that, everything else falls in. If we take care of the safety issue, everything else should be fine.
One of our biggest USPs is our facilities. We're pretty fortunate in Central Florida to have our own complex. So for us to have that's great. Now the playing surface is being addressed. It's a massive selling point for us when we sell our tournaments, particularly with Sylvan Lake behind us. So as a coach, you know, when you go, the first thing you notice at a tournament is the surface and can your kids play properly on it. So we're really excited to say that we will have a quality surface to play on for our tournaments for the clubs and the coaches that come from inside the state and outside the state. So.
The irrigation project itself is going to take about 8 weeks. It's going to be finished mid-August, and we're almost finished now. The well has taken since March till about May, so that was the first part of the phase, first phase of the project. Irrigation is the second phase. There is a third phase of this, so once irrigation is done, the third phase is actually taking all of the internal operations of maintenance inside. So we've hired new staff. Matt Broderick, who is the OC groundskeeper next door, is also responsible for this complex. So his job is to make sure that now that we have coverage, we have irrigation system, we have the wells updated, that now we have good fertilization, we have good maintenance, and we can grow this grass so we can play on them.
Presently, we're putting in all new irrigation on all 40 acres from fence to fence. That entails new pipes, new sprinkler heads, new control boxes, new valves, new gate valves, new motors for our wells. We refurbished our wells so that we could get the right water pressure in order to supply the water that we need to maintain a plush field. Well, our subcontractor has everything from trenchers to what they call a ditch witch, which it actually is a pulley machine that actually pulls pipe under the ground. We've had our well people in here with drill rigs doing some drilling on our wells to bring our wells up to par. The rest of it is technical or labor, physical labor. That's with the renovation part of it. As far as our groundskeepers go, we have everything from tractors to gang reels to you name it. So there's a lot of equipment. But yeah, it's relatively speaking. As far as projects go in construction, is it a huge project compared to somebody like Disney or Wide World of Sports or something like that? No. But for a smaller club, yeah, it's a huge project. Not many clubs. I know that we're the only club in Central Florida that owns its own land. Everybody else rents or leases, from county or city or what have you. So yeah, it's a pretty big undertaking for the club. Financially, it's a nice hit on our books. So yeah, it's something you got to be conscious of.
I think the biggest thing is that we heard you. So our internal community and those who have visited this complex that aren't necessarily members of our complex, we've heard for about 12 to 18 months that the quality of the fields need to be better, the quality of the water to these buildings, so that's just the bathroom, this building, the pro locker rooms, it needs to be better. We did a parent survey this summer, at the end of the spring into this summer, and I can already see from the data that we've collected that this was a very important project that needed to be done by the club, and that was feedback directly from our members. So I suppose the biggest thing from our community is that we've listened and we've heard your concerns. So I'm looking forward to this. Is something that has been talked about for a few years, and finally this year in the spring we undertook the project, understood what needed to be done, and within 6 months we're going to get it achieved. So it's very, very good.
Orlando City Soccer Club, where coaches teach Lions that the sky's the limit.